have got a fantastic show for you coming up. As we're going to start off with the Thunderbirds, the fabulous Thunderbirds of the United States Air Force.
Position as commander of the Thunderbird Squadron, Lieutenant Colonel Roger Riggs from Louisville, Kentucky. In the number 2 position on the left wing is Captain John Robinson from Goliad, Texas. Flying as Thunderbird 3 on the leader's right wing is Major Dave Commons from Oxon Hill, Maryland. The slot pilot from Twin Falls, Idaho, flying Thunderbird 4 is Captain Lance Unjum. The lead solo pilot flying Thunderbird 5 is Major Buzz Masters of Springfield, Missouri. And flying Thunderbird 6 is the opposing solo pilot is Captain Tom Weiler of Corvallis, Oregon.
Major Buzz Masters of the United States Air Force Thunderbirds. I'm the number 5 pilot, which means I'm one of the solo pilots. I'm a second-year team member, and we're awful glad to be here in Waco today. As a matter of fact, we've got approximately 50 people with us that comprise the team. Once you see the airplanes go up in the air, it's really a team effort that it takes to get us there. Of the 50 people that we brought with us, we have 2 dedicated crew chiefs per aircraft, along with specialists in anything from engines, fuels, hydraulics, electronics, you name it, we've got a specialist for that job. So it takes a large team effort, and we actually have another transport airplane that travels around with us to carry those 50 people, along with a number of spare parts and support equipment that it takes to keep us flying. As far as taking a look at the airfield itself and a little bit of preparation for the flying, we actually send out an RF-4 reconnaissance jet overhead the field about 2 months before the show ever starts. Once I get those photos, I'm the squadron photographic officer, and I sit down with that photo and scale it out and draw distances away from the center of the show where we're going to be starting each maneuver. Once we get here on the ground, we get a survey aircraft. In this case, it was one of the Bell helicopters here locally, and we go up and we take a look around the airfield, and we look for points on the ground that are at those distances that we marked off on our overhead photo. And using that, then we get a little bit of an idea of just how we're going to set up the show, any kind of terrain problems we might have, obstacles, towers, things like that. So we just get a good look at the airfield and get ready to fly the next day.
Ladies and gentlemen, your United States Air Force Thunderbirds. The diamond formation is now pulling into the vertical with minimum wingtip clearance for a maneuver called the floor balloon. As the team comes over the top at minimum airspeed and begins the backside of the maneuver, notice the leader smoothly and gracefully turn the entire diamond to exit to your right. Captain Weiler in the graceful flow roll. Entering the demonstration line low and from your left is Major Masters for the high-speed inverted pass. Now, approaching from your right, Thunderbird 5 with 4 maximum performance aileron rolls. From your left, the diamond formation is approaching for one of the most beautiful formation maneuvers, the Thunderbirds in a graceful diamond roll. Thunderbird 6 for the 4-point roll. In this maneuver, Captain Weiler will execute a 360-degree roll, stopping his aircraft precisely at each 90-degree point. Low and to your right, Captain Weiler executes the 4-point roll. As the diamond approaches from your right for the diamond loop, let's go to the leader's cockpit as he calls out the maneuver commands.
Focus, steady down, nose coming up at 430. 5 on in proposal. Back into the pole.
Weiler has just demonstrated tactical surprise, the ability of a small, extremely maneuverable fighter to enter a target area undetected and safely exit at high speed. Watch as the Thunderbirds arc through the sky, much like the path of an arrow in the arrowhead roll. Solo pilots have joined and are entering from your right for the Calypso pass. In this formation, watch for the mirror images. Thunderbird 5 flies upside down, and Thunderbird 6 flies right side up in Calypso. The diamond is approaching from your left. Form the exciting Bonton roll, or let the good times roll. Watch as all 4 aircraft execute simultaneous aileron rolls. And now, the breathtaking crossover break. At the opposite ends of the demonstration area, the Solos are setting up for the opposing knife edge pass. You will see them converge head-on, and just before they meet, each pilot will form a quarter roll to pass the other canopy to canopy. Looking high and to your right, the Thunderbirds are now changing to trail formation, where each pilot flies off the man directly in front of him. During the pull-up into the loop, the leader will call for a change in the diamond, and the wingman and the slot pilot will simply move to their diamond positions. From the right and left, Major Masters and Captain Weiler are inbound on what appears to be a collision course. As they approach show center, each pilot will execute a 180-degree roll and exit the demonstration area upside down. Thunderbirds have again formed into trail formation for the challenging trail to diamond roll. Low and to your left, Major Masters has slowed to landing speed for his next maneuver, the wing walk and roll. Diamond opposing solo high above the diamond. His task will be to overtake the diamond right in front of you. There's Six Poke now as he begins his overtake run. It looks completely impossible. Let's watch and see if he can do it. Approaching from your left, Major Masters will demonstrate the extremely tight high-G turning capability of the F-16. At show center, he will bank sharply and perform a 360-degree turn with a turn radius of less than 1,400 feet of airspace. It is this kind of turning performance that gives the F-16 its well-deserved reputation as the most maneuverable fighter in the world today. Complete their individual loops, they will converge towards show center and cross to the head-on pass. High and from your left, the Thunderbirds are now approaching for one of their most popular maneuvers, the bomb burst. As a team passes in front of you, they will begin their pull-up in order to be straight up directly above a point located 3,000 feet to your right. Let's watch as the team pulls up and then breaks to the 4 points of the compass, followed close behind by Thunderbird 5, who will spiral into the sky. After leveling from the dive, the four aircraft will be on a converging course with closure rates of 1,200 miles per hour. Each pilot is compensating for the winds and adjusting his power and airspeed to meet the leader directly below the point where only moments ago they split apart. Due to FAA overflight restrictions, not a consideration for our crowd. Low and to your right, the dynamic bomb burst crossover. And now all 6 Thunderbirds are approaching from your right for the Delta Pass Review. Lieutenant Colonel Riggs and the entire Thunderbird team wish to dedicate this pass to all the people of the great state of Texas on this, your 150th anniversary. As all 6 red, white, and blue Thunderbird aircraft passed before you today, they represented the spirit of our American heritage. With a nation in its 3rd century of progress, the American dedication to freedom continues. Let's watch as all 6 aircraft perform a 360-degree roll while maintaining precise formation on the leader. Thunderbird leader has just called for the Delta Blue-out Clover Loop, the closing maneuver for today's demonstration. Watch as the beautiful Delta formation gracefully turns as if welded together, resembling a giant waterfall cascading from the skies. Levels out, they will be running straight towards you as they enter for an over-the-top clover loop. As the Thunderbirds reach the vertical, the solo pilots will break away from the Delta to form opposing loops.
We're awful proud to be here in Waco and glad to help celebrate the 150th anniversary of Texas. Hope you enjoy the air show.